Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, postnasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a... this is the show for you.
Hey, now the mic's on. Hey, let's see how many chat. Oh, your mic's not on. You muted. Yeah. Fuck. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight on another fantastic episode of Grown Man Record Night. Had a lot of fun tonight playing some fantastic records right off the shelf. Got some good old school homies in here, some new school homies in here. You'll love to see it. It's been a blast, a little different show tonight. I was gonna do it really quick, a little earlier. I'm having some health problems. Nothing to sneeze at. I've not slept in a long time, and it's making me weird. Jay's not here, and Steve's not here, but you know what I do have? Pretty cool wide bump shot. Oh, come on with it. But yeah. But we may have Steve checking in. If we can do him remotely, we may be having Steve come in and say a little something, because we got a good announcement from Steve coming in just a little bit. Hopefully, even if I have to do it, there's a cool announcement about Steve video content for the channel that we're excited about. Steve's laid some pretty significant. I'm going to say turds. That sounds bad. Golden turds over the years. He's got a good one coming up. You guys are really gonna dig it. I promise you. So yeah, couple things. So that situation, maybe having Steve come on to do a little thing. I did go to a record store today. So me and Carl went to a record store before. I was completely out of place. Like things felt weird there. It just felt weird. It wasn't Carl or the record store or anything like that. It was a little, I don't know, it felt it was too early. And today I still kind of felt it was too early. But our good pal Fluffhead, Mr. and Mrs. Fluffhead and his lovely wife, let me know they'd left me a gift certificate up at Underdog, like a bereavement thing, which is very sweet and very appreciated. And I felt bad I hadn't used it up to this point, but I still wasn't kind of, and it just didn't. I don't know. It just, yeah, you know what I mean. But today I was like, Steve, you got digs? And Steve was like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, what? You normally have like a cache of like 19 digs to talk about, and Steve didn't. And I was like, well, I was thinking about going up to Underdog. And he was like, for real? He's like, well, I'll go up to Underdog. Steve ended up having car trouble, which kept him from coming over here tonight, which sucked because he was going to intro this video too. But what's up, old radios? And we do have some breaking news coming up. Do we want to bring this in now? Do we want to bring the breaking news in now? It'll take me 45 minutes to find this. No. Here we go. Here we go. There is breaking news coming in the music world this hour. Hot off of the presses. Apparently, there's been. Let me click a link here. There's an update from Vance. Apollo Theater roof collapses during sold-out metal show. 1 dead, 28 injured. It was at a Morbid Angel show, and the Apollo roof collapsed because of a tornado. Oh man, that's terrible. There's a video. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can capture that. I don't know if I can capture that. Jesus Christ, it's crazy. Oh wait, there's Steve. Let me see if I can bring Steve in. Can you hear me, Steve? 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 I don't even know if it's going to work. Steve's marching around the room. I don't know. We'll have to work on that. I'm not going to play grab dick all night about it, though. I hate to fucking hear that about the theater collapse, and that's some tragic ass shit. You hate to see that shit. He just zipped his pants. Could you guys see that? Oh, it's the browser audio. Why can't I see the Sorry. All right. What was I going to say? Baseball season opened this week. This thing with the roof collapse. I don't even want to do the real joke, Jerry. Give me you got a number 2 joke? Not a joke about shit, like a secondary joke. There's got to be a couple of tiers of jokes, right, every week. Because the original baseball one is a little. You know why? You know why Yankee Stadium is the coolest place to be? It's because of all the fans. Shit, sorry, I let that expire. Stephen Lefevre. I wonder if I have to go to, if I have to disable, what do you call it? Hardware acceleration? Nope, not that. Not that. System, use hardware acceleration. Okay. Boom. Chrome can be a weird beast sometimes. Butt beast. See? I fixed it. Look at that. We just got no fever. I got fever. I'll take him off of there. He'll have no idea he's on camera though, which is a problem. Maybe I should text him. Video footage of the Apollo. Yeah, I just got this fucking shit to work with Steve, and you guys want me to roll in some other video footage. Perfect. Yep, let's fuck it all up so we can't see Steve. Good idea, everybody. Now I'm pissed off. Do we want to start the show this way? Which one's the, I don't know which one to play. I can't read. I'm not reading. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Start it over! I should shut this window. I hear like kids outside and shit. I'm gonna be yelling like motherfucker and shit all loud. No, where's the one? There was footage. It's what's fun. This is what's fucked up. Like inside of OBS, if I click this, if I click a link inside here, it opens like its own like OBS browser. What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ! You guys see all the text that just popped up there? Let me try this one. One dead. That's the same. That's the same link. Now I'm pissed off. No, I was trying to find that video, but it was the update. If this is the same one, I swear to God. Oh, here's one video. Let me see if I can copy this. I'll put it into a real. No. 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 I don't know. Look it up. Everybody look it up for your fucking selves. I'm not showing it. Kill Restream bot? What is it, going nuts? Well, Restream bot's the only thing that does that will allow you to see it from if you're on YouTube though. Oh, the kill the on screen thing. Have the kids come over. You guys like Jay trying to entice that fucking delivery guy into coming over and being on the show. He was bringing us what, taco? I was thinking what things when you sent tacos, Shane, and Jay was like, "Hey, you want to come in and be on the show?" YouTube can see it on the screen now. Oh, kill the. Yeah, I can't do that live. You guys are asking me to do a lot of fucking things live, which I'm not appreciating right now. I'm hanging on by a fucking thread. Bring this video in. Change your bot commands. Hey, can you split this fucking atom? Hey, can you come mow my yard? What's the square root of this apartment? You guys are kind of pissing me off right off the rip. No, but we do. And the browser audio is super fucking loud. Is it Steve in there? Steve, we can hear you doing stuff. Let me text this motherfucker. We can hear you doing stuff in the room. Your mic is hot. Shut it down. Oh, Christ. Am I the new brother Brian? Is that what's happening now? I kind of just had a self-realization. I think I'm the new brother Brian. And I don't mean that pejoratively, because brother Brian's a good dude. But he had his troubles. I think I'm having some troubles. What happened? Hello? What's happening? Football? Hold up. Tell me again about it.
I just wanted to let you know we could hear you.
From where?
The internet.
What time did you do you have all of them?
We got 3 of them.
Okay.
I only got 2. How many you got, Dave? 2. I can only think 2.
Dave's got 2, you got 3. What's that make? 5?
It means 17.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna I have to. Kids on the kid. You like kids on the telephone, folks. Is it the guy from last week's chip chat calling back? I have had some text messages back from some folks, which has been pretty amazing. What's up, Trish? Chad, how you doing? Fuck, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Something about football, probably. You guys like football, don't you? Set hut. Bump shot. Here we. Steve. 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 Can you hear me, Steve? You should talk into the the gerrymander. I don't know what I've done to this shot. It's pretty incredible. Anyway, I'm moving on. We'll wait on Steve later. So I did want to mention some exciting stuff happening this weekend. Eric Weinbender is making his way up here from South Carolina tomorrow, and coming up here for the second time. Sucks he couldn't come up for the actual show program on like a Friday night like tonight, but we're going to be doing a little special show tomorrow night over with Mr. Bizarro. We're going to be doing a little Hydra Sessions action where me, Weinbender, and Bizarro will be doing some things. But me and Eric will be in the same room. And I'm looking over here because that's probably where it'll be. And we'll be doing a couple of sets from inside of this room. And then Bizarro will be doing his thing over there.
Reginald Denny.
And it'll be a lot of fun, man. It'll be good to see Eric again and hang out and have some good fellowship and whatnot. Some greased up yard wrestling or whatever it comes down to. And really looking forward to it. So if you guys will join us, it'll be over on Bizarro's channel. Maybe I can do that, like, where we stream on my channel too. I don't know. I've never tried that before. And actually, like, I don't want to try it. We'll do it on his channel. I stream 6 nights a week. It'll be over there. It's like tonight. I don't want to figure nothing out. Now is not the time for figuring things out. Figuring things out was fucking yesterday. Today you wasted my motherfucking time. Al Pacino, Heat. Empathy was yesterday. Today you wasted my motherfucking time. Show me what you got. What the fuck is Fever doing? I don't know. Can you guys hear that? Hold up.
Hey.
Can you hear me, Steve?
Hear what?
Wait, I can't.
Only through Twitch.
Can you guys hear Steve? Oh, I don't have this plugged in. Woo! All right, Steve.
Fucking dumb.
Oh yeah, now talk for me.
Should I be hearing you through StreamYard?
I mean,
Hold on a
yes,
second.
yes.
Let me replug this.
Yeah, don't do it through the stream. Do it through StreamYard. Yes, yes. Yeah, don't do it through the stream. Do it through StreamYard. And preferably not where we can all hear it. If
Not
you
hearing anything. Hold on.
mute the stream. That's coming through.
What? What's coming through?
But your phone or the speakers
audio.
or yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck Charlie.
Okay, I want to know why.
Why cannot I have that? Why cannot I have that?
Why don't I hear anything? Let me look at my settings here on this.
Butt settings? Okay. Just going straight.
Turn off my camera. Settings, audio. No, I don't want that. That's because it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did you make a mistake? Wait, now I can't hear you. Now I can't hear you. Steve.
Oh, you know what?
You didn't have your cable plugged in either?
It's plugged in. Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, if you get closer to that, whatever you're close to now, that's what your microphone is.
Can blow your horn.
Yeah, Shane, start banning people just left and right. I want everybody banned. By the end of the night, nobody's got a place in this world
I don't know
anymore.
why I can't hear anything. I can see my image.
We'll come back. We'll figure it out. I gotta move. Brickyard. I'm muting you for now. All right, we're moving on. We'll figure it out. Now's not figuring out time. Figuring out was yesterday. But we are going to be teasing a little thing that Steve's going to be doing. Eric Weinbender's going to be here tomorrow night. We're doing the Shelvin Show on Sunday. Been thinking about doing this serious fucking shit. We do have the 500th episode coming out. Couple of weeks, right? We're on 498 now. And I'm thinking about doing a limited drop shirt for the 500th episode. It's a pretty significant. I mean, I don't want to do these, we can do as many limited drops as we want. Kachonga. But a 500th episode drop shirt. What do you guys think about that? I'm still kind of fucking around with what that should be. But if anybody would be interested in it, because that's a fucking milestone. Imagine doing this 500 times. I mean, I feel like I've never been to work 500 times. I'm sure that's false, but it's crazy. Crazy. Merv, it's good to see you, buddy. How are you, man? Take your money? Okay. Say less. Only if it's sleeveless? Whew. I mean, you can rip them. If you want it sleeveless, you got to cut them off yourself so it's all jagged and fucking raw, right? Whoa, look at all that messages. Hey, Jay Snow, I made my way up to Underdog today. I have the results coming up in Dig of the Week. Thank you guys again. So sweet of you guys. I really do appreciate that. GMRN branded jorts. That's an idea. It'll be a shirt. I'm thinking a shirt design. It's something to play off of 500. I've been knocking it around. We've been whiteboarding it all week. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm thinking about it. Look, because we have the ability to do not just like have merch available, but like it's set up for like drops. So like, this week we have like a Jay the Kerbis shirt, but it's only available like this fucking week. So if you want a Jay shirt, you get the Jay shirt this week only. Something like that. So I'm thinking about doing like a 2-week drop on a 500th episode shirt, and then from that point forward, it's gone. It'll never be available again, ever. It's got to be like right around the event. You know what I mean? Oh, let me see your first message. I'm sorry. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been having some significant sleep problems and shit. But I've been doing a lot better. But of course, like, all of a sudden, like, before, like a Thursday night going into a Friday, that's when I have, like, issues. So, like, Friday's, like, fucked. And then I come to Friday night, and I'm like a fucking zombie. But I've been streaming all week long, like, you know. Okay. I see you, MT. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ, I've already got a piss, though. Like a K-Tel special? That's funny. You guys are grand. You guys are grand. Let me bump this along a little bit. I've seen shit like this before. I'm curious of like what you guys think. Have you ever bought what's the kitschiest, weirdest vinyl release you've ever bought? Is it like something that's got a weird cover, or maybe it's just picture disc, or I know I think I don't even know if it was Waxworks, but somebody did that Friday the 13th that had the blood in the middle, or like it was supposed to be blood, like the liquid. I'm doing that because that's what you did to the record. That was a demonstration of how hands work. What the fuck's wrong with me? Anyway, the reason I ask this is because these guys right here, which already just looking at this, I mean, I'll probably fuck with these guys right off the rip. I'm just going to be honest about it. Vinyl collectors beware. There's now a super rare novelty vinyl variant out in the world that's as unique as it's kind of disgusting, and all thanks to an Australian punk band, Private Function. This past Sunday, the band revealed that the gold variant of their upcoming record wouldn't be your run-of-the-mill gold-colored variant. One thing's for sure, this is one vinyl you'll never want to break. The message from the band says, congratulations to the 50 people who ordered the gold version of our new record. You just bought a liquid disc full of our piss. What's funny is they didn't market it as, hey, we've got a piss-filled record. Who wants to buy one? They marketed a rare 50 edition version of their shit. And then after you bought it, they were like, oh yeah, by the way, these have our piss in it. I think the way they did that is amazing. If you're like, oh, bro, you want to buy some of our fucking piss because we're so punk rock, you know, that's cringy. But letting people know after the fact, after they've already bought it, is pretty fucking awesome. What's the weirdest, like, have you guys ever bought any fucking, like, out of bounds type vinyl release? To where it's not as much about what the band is or what the music is, but how it's presented in a weird, cool, crazy, like, format, package, cover, variant, whatever. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever, I mean, picture disc, and even then I didn't want to buy the picture disc, except I wanted to buy those Jive Bunny picture discs, and I didn't. Or my Strawberry Shortcake picture discs. Where are those at? It was one right here. Oh, it's right here. Yo, son. Sweet like Strawberry Shortcake, son. I always keep that on hand. Jive Bunny. Yeah, I did find a Jive Bunny picture disc, and I passed on it for some reason. I was so, oh man, I wish I'd have bought it. Shane had a 7-inch with pubic hair pressed. Didn't what's the band that got in trouble in Russia? Feminist band, the Pussy Band. They got a pussy in their name. They had some downstairs blood in their business, didn't they? Bought a CD with record grooves cut into it, playable on a turntable. Dude, that's really fucking cool. Pussy Riot. Yeah, didn't Pussy Riot have like a minstrel record thing at some point? Or somebody did. Somebody did. Or allegedly. I don't know. Downstairs. Yeah, you know. A little bit of the old whelp. Congratulations, you just bought a liquid disc full of our piss. Let me see if Steve figured this out. Steve, did you figure it out? Steve, did you figure it out?
I don't know. I can't hear you on the stream.
I can hear you.
I can only hear you on the damn phone.
Okay, look, I
think it's on your end.
Nope. It's coming through everything over here. You're coming through my headphones. You're coming through the stream. So do me a favor. Just introduce this video, and we'll just play the fucking video instead of us playing
You're
grab
not coming through.
So do me a favor. Just introduce this video, and we'll just play the fucking video instead of us playing grab.
Okay. Can I talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the really only reason I wanted to be on tonight, I went and met with my friend Benji Johnson over Earth Tones. I think I showed the record last week. It finally came in, the Spirit of Hamlet. Hold on. I don't know why I'm wearing these fucking headphones. I'm not monitoring anything.
If you guys remember the last Side Roads with Steve, where he did the Artemis Pyle interview, right?
Northwest of Hamaretto, and Benji explains the meaning of all that, and I had a little sit down with him. I've got a longer video that will air, I think, starting next Wednesday, but I made a shorter version for the show tonight, so roll that beautiful bean footage and let's see what's going on. This is Benji Johnson, who was nominated, well, he wasn't nominated, but the album he sound engineered was nominated for Grammy for Best Blues Album of the Year. He was also I was nominated for an Emmy, and he produced the song that I wrote. So, yeah, we had a good year.
Football Town. All right, your mic will still be hot, so knock it off.
The title of the record is Northwest of Hamaretto.
Hamaretto.
Hamaretto is the Japanese word for Hamlet.
Oh, is it really?
It is.
Scotty Irving on drums, Mike Watt on bass. Your kind of rhythm and singing and lyrics. Makoto Kawabata from Acid Mother's Temple.
Yes, from the band Acid Mother's Temple.
This is a crazy, crazy conglomeration, and I love it.
Hey, man, this is a really small, and it is an incredibly small musical world when you talk to people that you don't know you have connections with. And all it takes is you make one connection. He said, we should do a project together. You know, Watt said, we should do a project together because of the project. He had toured with Acid Mother's Temple in Japan. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They're like really crazy. And I dig it. Like I look at it and I'm like, again, it's not my scene. It's not my thing, but I get it. And I'm just like, it's impressive to me, right? They put asses in seats, man. The drums on this record are literally turn a click on. Scotty plays the drums for 2 minutes. That's the drums on the song. And so we took all the drum tracks, mixed them down to 2 tracks, and sent them to Watt. He records bass, and I just start getting these bass files back one at a time. And to get the bass files back, I'm like, this is really cool. This is cool stuff.
You listen to clean Mike Watt.
Well, not so clean, Mike Watt, but really, yes, soloed out,
Right.
but dirgy like Sabbath sound bass. And then send those to Makoto. I got the files back from Makoto, and his guitars were so just floating over top, like sometimes just disregarding the key, you know, which is cool. That's his thing. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, this record is going to be a nightmare to mix because the one guy who's probably got the biggest name on the record, I really want to hear his bass lines.
And what inspired you to
Well, there were songs
sing
that
about
I thought,
sardines?
So it was just a really cool, it was a really, really cool process. There's nothing that I can do that's going to be too dangerous because I felt like I was working with like the kings of danger. The three kings of danger, you know, really. And that was the thing, is that I thought, okay, I can't do anything that any of these guys are going to say, hey man, that's too much. So it was really incredibly freeing. And at the same time, you know, I had to kind of make sure that what I did fit, you know. I'm in the whole thing with my mouth. If you look, Watt's in the background. I'm gonna do this fucking video like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. So, for people that it's similar in the same vein we did with the Artemis Pile, but this is a killer record, and it's got Mike Watt on it and the dude from fucking Acid Mother's Temple. This is nuts, and it's it actually involves the guy that produced produced the Five L's record, which is weird. It's a weird whole roundabout thing. It's a great video. Watched it today. It's fantastic.
Well,
What? Are you on the phone, Steve? Steve? No?
I'm still on a
Okay. Well,
delay.
just wrap it up for us. Give us a little wrap up.
But I'm on a delay, so it doesn't really my statements don't really.
Just give us a wrap up, and I'll take you off.
Yeah, it's TJ was the guy that I think said, I'm trying. There's a fucking delay, so it's hard for me to give a wrap up when it's 15 seconds later. But yeah, so yeah, this will air maybe next Wednesday, and it was really cool. It was really fun, and yeah, we'll see what happens. That's a wrap. Back to you in the studio.
All right, dude. Later. That's Steve Fever, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the erroneous monster delay and technical, but you know that's the beauty of doing shit live. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to, you know, we can make some nice slick produced videos like Lickety Split. That's what the fuck we do. But making all this shit work live is another whole challenge. It's crazy. But it's dude, it really is a cool video, and man, I fucking love Mike Watt, and I know Benji. Benji's kind of a local music legend, and it involves like the producer from that I worked with for a long time, and who Mike Watt knew and played. I didn't know Mike Watt played in Porno for Pyros when he played with the guy that produced our records, so they worked together. It's a weird connection. And the video is really cool and a nice little dive into that record. And I think folks will really enjoy it. So give it a shot. I'll be dropping it on the channel this Wednesday. That's content day. Wednesday is content day. So we hadn't dropped a Wednesday content in a long time. That's going to be coming out, and it's going to be a lot of fun, especially you punk rock guys, Acid Mother Temples guy. I mean, it's cool. It's a good get. It's a good get. It's not Artemis Pile, but honestly, I think this is cooler than Artemis Pile. This is a cooler story. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I guess he did survive a plane crash. But anyway, it really is a good time. I watched it today, and if it was baloney, I wouldn't even let it get put up on the channel. It's good shit. I promise you. What? Anybody got this record? Oh, the Glenn Fry story? Nice. Anybody got this Anton DeLay Satanic Mass record? long sought after by collectors, but it's since been reissued. Cleopatra's reissued this thing again. Historic recording from '68, the first ever authentic audio documentation of a satanic ceremony. People been after this shit for fucking ever. I would love to have this in the collection. Not that I would go spend a bunch of money on it or nothing, but this is pretty fucking cool. Glenn Fry's your friend in rock and roll. And you know that story comes from our pal Jeff, TV Cigar, who we played Call of Duty with. That's his story. He's the guy that met Glenn Fry. If you guys know Jeff and TV Cigar, that's where that story comes from. Yeah. That's a crazy thing about working in news is you'll meet people that you're like, wait, what? Oh yeah, I know who that. I ended up on some story. I was just shooting some bullshit, and then somebody was like, "Oh, that's Thelma Lou from Andy Griffith," and I'm like, "No shit." And I mean, like I said earlier, like Andy Griffith's one of my favorite shows of all time. And next thing you know, I'm interviewing Thelma Lou from fucking Andy Griffith, and I'm like, "Oh shit." I barely came into work today. I was hungover as fuck. Oh no! It's not my story. No, that's Jeff. That's Jeff's story. Who's your friend in rock and roll? I think he did that up in Richmond when he worked up in Richmond. I was pretty interested in this. I was kind of turned off by the year, but I'd be interested in at least hearing it. I'm a big Circle Jerks guy. Wait, Ayo. And is this another Cleopatra? No, it's Kung Fu Records. Live at the House of Blues. Double LP on yellow vinyl. Crank out 25 songs at the House of Blues in California. But like a 2004 performance. But people say like Keith Morris is like on point for this performance. And this whole shebang is pretty damn good. So I used to be quick to dismiss like old guys like, doing shit like way late in their career, but I'm kind of interested to see what this sounds like, because I've become a really big Circle Jerks fan in the last several years. Especially, I need to pick up Wild in the Streets. That's kind of next on the want list. It's got to be Wild in the Streets, and it was just on sale. I should have bought it. Anaheim. Yeah, Anaheim. That's the one. Saw them that year. What did you think, Scotty? Good show? I mean, I'm sure you like them in general, right? Was that worthy of like... Or was it like, oh, it was cool to see them, but like, man, they just didn't sound right. That's what I'm always worried about, like bands like that. Like, like, it's like tough to capture, like, like you hear Vinyl Richie tell the stories about what it was like to see Black Flag in like 79 or some shit, you know what I mean? And like, is that the same experience of even seeing Black Flag in 85? You know what I mean? It can't be the same experience, but is it still a good experience? Or like, seeing Metallica in 85 versus seeing Metallica now. To me, that's the biggest, like, no. But there's a possibility it would still be cool and worth your while and a fun time, but you're not watching Cliff Burton play Anesthesia when the set's over, like, with the wind blowing through his hair. Like, you ain't gonna get that again. You're not gonna be able to recreate that. Golden shower of hits. Must have been a Pickwick pressing. Kung Fu Records, it says. Here's an official release, though. Sorry, I couldn't find a better. This fucking super vertical graphic really pisses me off. When I find graphics that are not made for television, I mean, for this show or in my job, it really pisses me off. Zappa 80 Mud Club at 45 RPM. During the spring-summer tour of 1980, Frank Zappa played a set in his favorite New York City nightclub, the famous Mud Club. He loved this place, apparently, and The complete performance is included on 245 RPM, 180 gram audiophile vinyl LPs, whatever the fuck that means. Oh, mastered by Bernie Grunman, really? Package features photography and a memoir from George Alper, who worked for FC and was at the event, da-da-da-da. That's pretty cool. I've never heard this performance, I don't think. I bet if Bill's in here, there's Bill. The Vaultmeister was on my live stream last. Oh, is that right? Is that right? That's really cool. I was getting ready to say, I bet Bill's got something to say about this, and it's an official thing. It's not like a Cleopatra, a weirdo, secondary, whatever. This is like an actual release. Very cool. I've got killer, especially if you like guitar solos. You know, it's funny. Like I feel like between like Mothers and Zappa, it's one of those people in my collection I probably have the most of, maybe. But it's also somebody that I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of anything that they do. There's still so much out there that I don't even know or understand, which is crazy to have this many records about somebody and you're like, I don't know. There's so much other stuff. Sun Ra is the same way. You know, like once you start collecting, you're like, I don't know, man. Don't go down that rabbit hole unless you're willing to like, unless you really want to ramp it up, man. It's tough sledding. Check this out. One of our favorite bands here on the show, man. All of us love these fucking guys, man. Fu Manchu, this Fu 30 Part 3. I'd forgot they were doing this because my life's been in shambles. The third and final installment of Fu Manchu's 30th anniversary vinyl 10-inch series. Fu 30 Part 3 includes 2 new original Fu Manchu songs, as well as a cover of the Pilm Souls A Million Miles Away, featuring Clutch's Neil Fallon on vocals. This is the final edition in the 10-inch series, making a total of 30 inches of new Fu Manchu music for the Fu 30th anniversary. That's really cool, man. I need to check that out. I remember talking about that like maybe back in like August or something of last year, and then like, you know, it's out there in the ether, you know what I mean? So I'd be interested in checking it out. Here's another little live joint. This may be a Cleopatra as well. Maybe a little more about this cat a little bit later. No, it's yeah, it is Cleopatra. Madrid Memory. Long lost live concert from Johnny Thunders in '84 with fellow dolls Sylvain and Jerry Nolan, plus Heartbreaker Billy Rath. Filmed for a TV broadcast in Madrid. Captures powerful performances. I worry about live Thunders though. That could be a little wily. It looks really cool and it's got some cool tracks on it. And I love Thunders, but I'm thinking like, you know, some of the live stuff, I mean, motherfuckers fucked up on heroin and like, you know, and I'm sure at some point he's all over the place, you know, which honestly, if you're rock and roll to the bone, to the core, you're going to have some live shows to where you're like, dude, what were we doing? If you're not, you may not be my kind of cat. I'll be honest with you. Like, if you've never, as a band or a musician, if you've never had one of those moments on stage where you get off and your bandmates are kind of mad at you and everybody's like, kind of like, what the fuck? Yo. I don't know if you're playing rock and roll or not. I'm going to be honest. That's what rock and roll is all about, where everybody's so fucked up. But if it's loud and fast, that's one thing I'll take away from being in a band. If it's loud enough and fast enough, people are too stupid to know the difference. They still have a good time. They still drink their beers and fucking holler. You may be pissed off you bone that fucking diminished ninth on the fucking third phrase of that one fucking... But nobody else cares. They just want to get drunk and holler. Ooh, raise hell, motherfucker! Fucking hell, boy! Whew. That's all people want to do. Work construction for fucking 50 hours a week. Friday night, I want to holler and get drunk. I don't care you bones your fucking note, idiot. I don't really need this anymore, but I didn't hear the music. I kind of like it. Finally, the wild card of the week. I so need a graphic for this. I need to build a wild card graphic of the week for this. Because this is what I consider wild card of the week is when I find a band based on a crazy title of band or like an album title or an album cover. And this was kind of all of the above, and I had to check it out. And speaking, I know Cameraman and Dave were in here earlier. Ryan and Dave would really, really dig these guys. Modern Music by Shit Kid. And the name of the album is Fish. The Fish album. Dude, it's a Swedish thing, if I'm not mistaken. The Swedish, I always get Swedish and Switzerland confused. No, Swedish. But this chick that like she recorded a lot of this shit in her bedroom on like a broken ass computer and like barely working equipment, which created this like unique like lo-fi sound. But she has a really pretty voice actually, and I jammed this today. At first note, I was like, you know, the sound is not going to live up to the cover hype, right? And but I was kind of wrong because it did in kind of a neutral Milk Hotel kind of way. But imagine like a female singer. It's got a very pretty voice, but is a weirdo like we all are. It's a weirdo female voice kind of lo-fi thing. Not to mention it's called Shit Kid, and the album's called Fish. Look, accompanied by the No Laws. Shit Kid, including hits like Sugar Town and Tropics. It's worth checking out, I'm telling you. Especially if you like that kind of lo-fi shit. It's really good. I gotta pee real bad. But we should get into what we played. Oh Lord, I gotta pee. I'll take the big camera. Okay, I'll give you guys a topic. What's the topic? What's the best version of That was a lot of urine, folks. Are you guys a member of the Urine Nation? Like I said, what we played. Boom, boom. Cool stuff tonight. I was digging on it, kind of some unique stuff. And actually, speaking of unique stuff, some stuff left on the man. I get we do these Sunday, the Sunday reshelving show, right? And much in the spirit of record night, if you leave it on the table, I guess I got pretty fucked up Sunday. No, should I put the breaking news graphic back up? But I left a couple of weirdo records at the end of the night on the table. One of my favorite records in a long while. Shouts to our man, Michael Pilmer, who gifted the Silica Gel record to us, which he did. This is Mr. Pilmer's project from back in the 90s. And it is really one of my favorite things I've heard in a long time. Especially Master of the Game. That track kicks me in the dick like in a way that a lot of things just can't do. And these are available on Pilmer's website. I think he just upped a new little merch link thing. Go get you a copy of Silica Gel. If you like to do a little like in the late night era, I'm telling you, go pick this up. It's so killer. And also, I ain't got no gas in it. Killed her. Two fellas are standing on the bridge going to the bathroom. I believe one of the fellas was from Arkansas. On the other turntable, we had Silica Gel on one turntable, and we had Sesame Street 2 on the other one, courtesy of Aaron Griffin. And it's a little poppy and whatever, but man, I'm an absolute sucker, and it's not just me being like, oh, I'm fucking stoned and it's fucking 3 a.m. and like, no, it's like I go after and collect and anything Sesame Street. Sesame Street's one of the most important things that ever happened to me, and that's some on God shit right there. And I collect every and anything Sesame Street. I love the fuck out of it. They're my first friends, probably. Bert and Ernie, Kermit, Grover, Big Bird. They were my first friends ever. And they're my only friends now. Studley Dave. Woo! Cashed in some banana bucks. For the first time, I believe. It's a place in Priest. And I pulled I think I got 3 Priest records, right? And he said he'd never heard Scream for Vengeance. I was like, well, you got to hear this. So boom, pulled this one out. It's like, say less. I got no problem playing this pretty much any time ever. Ever. In ever, Jerry. In ever. You know the first thing I said? Yeah, when Steve's car fucked all up, I was telling Jonathan up at Underdog Records, I was like, man, Steve's car's all fucked up. And it's like, I told him I'd come get him or whatever I had to do or whatever. And but he was like kind of trying to figure it out or whatever. And I looked at Jonathan, I was like, well, I guess that means I have free reign then. Do you have Sad Wings of Destiny? I do not. Here's a band that I feel doesn't get talked about enough in the VC, and we were really big into them like back in the day. Bebop Deluxe. This is a later release from theirs. I've got the first record and like the second or third, and then this is a little bit later, like 76-ish. Kind of art rock. You could call them glam even. Maybe prog. I wouldn't say prog. I think prog would be kind of pejorative, but it's on the original Harvest label. I love these guys though. I mean, they have a certain vibe about them that's just, no, it's not heavy metal. It's not punk. It's not, but it's it's good time music for sure, and we've kind of neglected this for a little bit. And I don't see many people in the VC talking about Bebop Deluxe, but if you run across it, especially, I'm not saying I would go to Discogs and start shelling out top dollar for it, but if you run across it in your used bins in your local recortorium, I would definitely give it a little listen. Take it over to the listening station, see what the fuck you think about it. You know what I mean? Give it a day in court. I'll tell you what, let me give that key lime pie a day in court and a big old glass of non-fat milk. Name that movie, somebody. First to name it gets $1,000 in game. Shane sent this a couple of weeks ago and can't appreciate it any more than make Jesus Christ. Point of departure, Andrew Hill from the Blue Note Classic series. I said it on the stream earlier. It's one of my favorite, probably my favorite jazz guy that I discovered in the past 7 or 8 years. I think the last big thing I discovered like this that was like, whoa, what the fuck, was Ornette Coleman. That would have been 7 or 8 years ago when Ornette Coleman, like, I was already like, you know, Coltrane, because Coltrane's from here in High Point, my town. Coltrane, Miles Davis, I mean, I knew all that shit, and I was starting to expand to da-da-da, and then ran into Ornette Coleman, and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. So it's like Coltrane, but like even a little more bonkers, or, you know? And the next step for me was Andrew Hill. And I think I discovered this from Dr. Fred Putterman probably 2 or 3 years ago, which is weird to think. I mentioned this on the stream, I think, last time. Like, it's weird to think of that I have interacted and known him for that long, which is weird. He seems like a guy I've known for 2 months, like, still, but can't appreciate it enough, because this is killer stuff, and I need to pick up more Andrew Hill stuff, especially now that it's being made a little more available via the Classic series and the Tone Poet series. Even though Tone Poet series I'm not really into for fucking $50. That's kind of a once you skip up to the roof and jump off kind of scenario. Love Sesame Street. Disney vinyl. Oh, I love any. The first records I ever collected were children's records. That's how I got started collecting vinyl, was children's records. Because I collected beats and children's records, and then I would get all fucked up and mix the two. So it'd be like kind of hip hop beats with children's record samples, because you could find the coolest samples on children's records. It's funny, I remember I did I can't remember what beat it was, but it was some Three Little Pigs, which I still have it down here, from Timmy, from Nice Guy Tim. And it was the Three Little Pigs, and he's like, I'm coming, and I'd pull it back. I'm coming, pull it back. I'm coming as fast as I can. Over some beat. I was like 19 or 20 years old. I thought I was the coolest motherfucker ever. It's like, yo, I'm DJ Shadow, motherfucker. Ooh, G.I. Joe 45s? Wow. That's some awesome shit. There is Battlestar Galactica, not Battlestar Galactica, fuck. Battleship Yamato, which we know here in the U.S. as Star Blazers, but there's a Battleship Yamato record I would really want, which is really funky. The music in that series is really good. Who remembers Star Blazers here in the U.S.? If you're local, you'll remember it on Channel 48 back in the afternoons, maybe during the Guess What slot. Masters of the Universe? Nice. I mean, I have a full Castle Grayskull at my knees with like 7 guys in it. The Castle Grayskull is like 97% complete. This is just a little, that's not even got nothing to do with it, but boom. I'll just put that right there. Aaron Griffin sent this, Spirit Adrift. I cannot recommend this record enough. Classified as Doom, I would not think of this as Doom at all. It's got like pretty intricate harmonies and very nice guitar work from a band that I think Fred mentioned like sounds like an 80s band. There's stuff about this I would say does kind of sound a little 80s to it, but not in a bad kind of way. It doesn't sound dated at all. It's got a really cool sound. It's enough like, and Aaron says it's $11 on Amazon, and you can spam that link if you want, Aaron, if you want to again, for a link to buy it. For $11 on Amazon, it's totally worth it. In the stoner doom kind of genre, but a lot more like I said, guitar harmonies and shit like that, which I love. Like Elder will do stuff like that. There's Titan does some stuff. It's good when bands don't just use the like Caius formula, you know what I mean? Like tuned down to C standard, super fuzzed out. We play the same riff over and over and over and over and over again, which is great. I love that shit too. That shit's a fucking vibe. But like a band that takes that kind of idea and makes it spacey, and now you're putting harmonies over it and you're layering other stuff to it, that's cool too. Spirit Adrift is one of those bands that's definitely worth checking out. Give it a stream if it's your cup of tea. Aaron Griffin just dropped the link right there. The bitch is fucking $11 on Amazon. If you got Prom, baby, that's a no-brainer. That's a fucking cup of coffee at Starbucks for any of you idiots that go to Starbucks. Or people that I would say don't like coffee. Starbucks coffee's fucking trash. They burn their beans, brah. Burn their beans, brah. Let's do a shot. Who wants to do a shot with me? Thought about a little MT. Pulled this bitch out. Wanted to hear some BOC tonight, but I want to hear some of that live BOC, because I don't know if I finished listening to this whole record when I bought it, because it's a double LP, so we'll listen to side C tonight. Killer stuff. This one was bad. I can't believe I slept on this band for as long as I did. I mean, I can't believe it, because they're so damn good. When it comes to kind of like 70s hard rock shit, they're like S tier kind of stuff, man. I wish I would have listened to them a long time ago. Like, not just listened to them, but like paid attention, you know. I can't believe it's not butter. Let's not call them BOC, Vance. That kind of makes me mad. Don't call them BOC. I'm just kidding. There can be two BOCs, but there's only one BOC in my heart. But I do love Blue Oyster Cult. Cheers, everybody. I hope all your dreams come true. Did I just swallow a tooth? What was that? Jerry, what does tooth taste like? No, tooth. Quite possibly the dopest profile jacket I have in my collection from a label you don't see very often. Look at this profile jacket. Sweet Mountain Records. That's the best. That's the best of the best right there. This was Murder Rock from Reggie Griffin and Techno Funk. And this shit's, it's like 80s electro. I love 80s electro shit. Just enough little touch of hip hop, but it was like all the voices are doing like this, like the robot voices and shit. One of the robot voices says, "We are here to digitize you." That's what it said. We are here to digitize you. Fuck. Run! But absolute super banger, but that profile jacket is to absolutely die for. Is this the argument clinic? No. Where did you hear that at? Sorry. Some VCL2 from our pal, Scotty Strickland. Shouts to our mods, by the way. It was International Mod Day this past week. So shouts to Aaron Griffin, Shane Rocky, Scotty Strickland, and the wonderful Miss You. Our wonderful mods here in the channel. And Scotty sent this Moist Boys 3, which is Dean Ween on guitar. And it's one of my favorite things to listen to I've heard in the last few years. I pull this out so fucking often to where like when even I'm pulling it out, I'm like, really? Again? I'm like, yes, again. It's like a kid asking to ride the rod again. You know, like, can we go again, Daddy? Like that's what I'm doing when I pull these records out. Like I just want to hear it again. It's like I know we heard it last week, and we hadn't. It's been a while. But Kron's favorite holiday? Yeah, facts. Another little punk treasure. Human Zoo off of Hospital Records. One of my favorite punk pickups I ever did. It's something I just took a stab on. It's pretty hard to find. Cincinnati band from like 85, I believe it is. I can't read that. I'm not going to try. But very cool stuff. Pretty unique punk rock stuff. I was like, man, you playing two punk rock bangers back to back? It's like, how are you going to rectify that? It's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe with a little Midnight Star. Ooh, baby. Talking about getting your nips hard, son. I've got the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Ah, sugar. Which is how I used to really feel. But then I said, can I remix this and say, everything I touch turns to shit? Can we do like a doom, like a funeral doom metal version of everything I touch turns to shit? But no, I knew this back in the day, but I've really become enamored with this album when, speaking of BOC, the BOC that I know, BOC? Yeah, you know me. Speaking of Boards of Canada, pre-Boards of Canada, they were known as Hell Interface, and they remixed that track, Midas Touch, and I heard that, and it just blew me away. And it enough that when I heard the original, it still made me like, oh my God, like it was, yeah. That's the fecal touch. Everything I touch turns to shit. That may be quote of the night, Merv. I got the fecal touch. Oh, man. Then I say, all right, let's turn it around. Let's turn it around a little bit. A little Anthrax. Man. Fistful of Metal. I would say somebody mentioned, like, I think it was Noisy Beast. That's his second favorite Anthrax. And somebody else had commented, like, I like this one better than that one. Da, da, da. I mean, I grew up on the stuff much later than this in Anthrax's catalog. You know, much more of the, Sound of White Noise and, like the I'm the Man shit and that kind of stuff. That's what I know Anthrax to be. But now, and I would have shit all over this when I was in high school. I would have thought this was fucking cornball as fuck. But now, this is by far my favorite Anthrax. By far. And I love the other stuff too, but I like the other stuff probably more to the fact of like nostalgia, because I remember where that was and what it meant to be skating and listening to fucking I'm the Man or whatever. But that's Kron. Not sure which is worse, Mods or Anthrax. You don't like that first Anthrax? That's not the rap rock precursor shit from that first Anthrax. That shit fucking kills. this is the only Anthrax? Because that's the original singer, what, Neil Turbin or whatever, right? Yeah. But yeah, I love this. I mean, like I said, the other stuff feels like me growing up, like hanging out with Carl, you know, listening to metal, smoking pot, fucking skateboarding, like that fucking vibe, you know what I mean? But like, that today, I would play that. I've got the other ones on CD, which is fine. I've hit that point in my life. If I've got a nice CD copy of something, I don't need to go get it on vinyl unless it's my favorite fucking record of all time. Then I got the tape, the CD, and the record. But like, if I've got a good CD copy, I'm not spending money and wasting the space to. No. And finally, that was going to be the last record, but I was like, yeah, let me pull one more out because we're going to start early, and then because I was worried I was going to pass out. Then I figured like I can just keep drinking and I can pass out later. Because vodka's like cocaine, if you guys didn't know, or at least for me it is. It prolongs the agony. Juggernaut, The Mummies, Tales from the Crypt, garage rock punk legends from the 90s. This is a quote-unquote unofficial release that is absolutely killer. Actually, they squashed the fuck out of the corner of this when they shipped it. But I don't even care anymore. You can't even see it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. The Mummies are so killer. And I didn't know about the Mummies until it's through people in the VC. People talking about the Mummies in the VC, and like several people that just kind of in passing, and where I listen to it, I'm like, oh, okay, fuck. That's when you realize that like not all punk is like hardcore and crazy and fast and bonkers, and like some stuff sounds like it comes straight out of the 60s, and it's still, I mean, technically punk. And I love that. I love that about punk. That punk can sound like the Mummies. Punk can sound like Black Flag. Punk can sound like Schizos. Punk can sound like the Minutemen, which none of that shit sounds alike. Like, really. But it has the same kind of spirit behind it. You know what I mean? I think that's really cool. That's one thing that punk really has going for it. That kind of like diversity that kind of universally people can get behind, which is admirable, I think. Metal is kind of like that, but there different subsets of metal will shit all over each other like really quickly. You know, if you like traditional metal and somebody plays you a death metal record, you're like, get the fuck out of here. And likewise, if you're into like death metal and extreme metal and black metal and somebody plays you some fucking early metal, somebody sounds like they're singing, they ain't got no fucking nuts, you're gonna shit all over that. Though you shit on each other back and forth. It feels like punk doesn't do that as much. Maybe it's just my experience, I don't know. What happened? Who did stuff? Baked Bear followed me. I see that. I appreciate you. I missed the notification. I like that. Baked Bear. Yo. You holding, son? What's up, Malia? Yeah, that really, like, as much as I love, I mean, I grew up more in the metal scene than I did in the punk scene, but when the kid was telling me, like, she started hanging out, like, in the punk scene and stuff, I was really happy. I was really happy. She's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, it's different, like, other places you've hung out, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, you get the, you get kind of the vibe that maybe they look after one another. And she was like, yeah. Like, she had already noticed that. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it just kind of made me happy. Like, that's still going on. That the punk scene still feels like that. You know what I mean? 30, 40 years later. That's what we played, but let me try to load up some motherfucking marbles, son. Who's trying to get their dick mashed in on some marbles? Please no update. I'm here to mash dicks. Wait. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Marbles is pretty punk. Boom. Let's get it going. Boom. Exclamation point, vote, then the number of the track you would like to run. We're going to do this pretty quick. What up, Sean? How you doing, baby? Vote one? Are you going for the number one track? Reginald Denny. And to think, Miss You missed that burp. I'm upset about it. You know, speaking of Miss You, like, shouts to all the homies that are showing up for the like nightly streams on Twitch. I'm streaming like 6 days a week now, and it's mostly for my own benefit. I mean, you know, I mean that in like a mental kind of fashion. But the homies that show up like on the regular, like that means a lot. Because I know we got a bunch of motherfuckers in here tonight, and I love the Friday night homies, but the people that are like there every night, that's like next level shit, and I really appreciate it. Because, boy, some days I need it. And I'm cutting it off. Let's see what we got. Damn, 4 for the House of Pain. That's probably going to be the winner, yeah? Let's just get in here and jump around. Oh. Is it April Fool's Day right now? Oh. Should I fake my own death on stream? Probably not. That'll probably get you a ban. Exclamation point play, folks, please. I thought it was so funny. I work for a news organization, I'll say that, and they had to send out like a reminder to all the producers and reporters and stuff like that like tomorrow's April Fool's Day, so even when you get things that come from like verified accounts and businesses, be leery, because basically they could be bullshitting. It's like to remind people that, like, yeah, it could be bullshit. Jump in here, folks. Get a good place. Did I do mine? Oh, first time chatter with an entry. Harmless Rebel. What's up, Steve? Hey, man. Shit. Since Harmless Rebel's in here, I'm going to take a shot. Vance owns the track record for the record night community at 120, 185. So that's what we're striving for here in this particular round. I think it's time we just lock in, get a grip, and run this bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Because the House of Pain is in effect. The House of Pain is in effect. Who fucked with the House of Pain back in the day? I know people older than me probably be like, no way. But like, I loved House of Pain. I mean, some like white boy rappers that people are actually like afraid of. Not just the Beastie Boys, which everybody loves the fucking Beastie Boys. But like some white boy rappers that might fuck you up. That drank Mickey's malt hand grenades. Zonk Man making a nice run here. MT's not far behind, and they're both beating the ghost of Vance over there. Whew. Zonk's got a nice run working. Oh, stuff like that can fuck you up, though. Dude, he made it through so far. Yo. Oh, whoa. Perseverance. I'm telling you. Wow. Impressive. Wow. This is a good run. Oh my gosh. Zonkerson. That's a good run, Budsky. That's a good ass run, man. That's got to break the record. Solid performance. They're still jockeying for position in the back. Seem to be playing a little bit of grab ass. I'm not a big fan of grab ass. When it comes to competition, I think grab ass goes to the side. I like winning, and I like winning harder. That's the two options. When I win harder, that just means you hurt more. That was an allusion to a Darce choke. Any BJJ guys out there? Let's see the final result. I want to see this time. 1:16 beat Vance by 4 fucking seconds. Beat the rest of the field by 10 seconds. Zonk Man on a fucking absolute tear tonight. Holy shit, dude. Oh, you're a purple belt? No shit, Steve. I'm a blue belt from way back. It's been a long time. Hell yeah, man. What up, Dave? Under what system, Steve? Which guy? Which organization? Hell yeah. Let's get in a little dig of the week action. Oh man, it's been longer than that for me, brother. Oh my God. Yeah, break boards. Yeah. I break boards when I'm bored. I got a sack of records down here. I got a sack of records. I got a sack of Jawea. Sack of Jawea. Let's take the shot though. I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the 90s, like the late 90s. I used to travel like an hour just to be able to roll these guys and like an hour away. And I'd get back, I was in college, and I would get back here because I had to go to I was in college and worked like all at the same time. But as soon as I was done, I'd get back in the car and I'd drive like an hour and I'd get here and get out to go into my house. And I'd open the door and I'd go, because I immediately got in the car. So over an hour, I would cramp like fuck sitting in the car. It was awful. I miss those guys. Those guys were beasts. A Sacco sides. Oh yeah. I got my blue belt from Hoist Gracie back in the day. Old school, right? Like actually Hoist Gracie. I want to promote these two guys to a blue belt. I love Portuguese, like the Brazilian Portuguese accent. That shit's fucking hot. Want to promote these two guys to blue belt. Like super like lazy sounding, but like I'll fuck you up. So your wife is Brazilian? Oh, that's cool, man. I love that accent. It's so cool. So I mentioned this before. I'd not been. Some of you psychomaniacs have sent some wonderful stuff through the mail, and I really do appreciate it. Sales rep at work, Jill, who's a super pal, gave me 2 gift certificates to a local record store when Finn died and shit. And one when Finn died and one for Christmas. And I went up there with Carl one time, and I felt stupid in there. I felt stupid enough in there that I literally, it was like I have these disassociative moments. That's a story for another day. But enough of a disassociative moment to buy the Iggy Pop record where he's singing in French, and it's like him being a crooner. I've not even popped the seal on it. Because when I got home, I was immediately like, why did you buy that? Like, why did you buy that? Anyway, that's the one time I'd been in a record store since everything went down. Today is the first time I went on my own accord, like, I'm going to the record store. Because I knew our pals had left me a little gift card up there. And I felt bad about just letting him fucking sitting up there marinate like an asshole. But I've not really been like feeling it, you know what I mean? But I've not seen Jonathan from Underdog in a long time. And Steve was supposed to be over here, and he's like, oh, I don't have any records. And I'm like, well, I don't have any records. It's like, normally that'd be when we pick up like, you know, okay, well then let's do like the top 5 records for whatever. And you pull it out of your collection. But this was like middle of the afternoon. There's no time for that. Like, and I knew I had some coin to spend up here. So I was like, you know what? Let's go see Jonathan. Let's exercise a little gift card that I was so appreciative for, and maybe a little bit beyond that as well, to support the local homie. Here's what we came up with. Mentioned little Johnny Thunders earlier. Been looking for all these cross off some stuff off the list today. Johnny Thunders So Alone. This is a Rhino reissue, the 78, like the first solo joint from Johnny Thunders. I've fallen in love with Johnny Thunders, New York Dolls, the past couple of years. I kind of want everything. I know that there's some seminal stuff. I think the Dolls stuff I got is that like 2 LP compilation that's for a lot of people they're like, it's the first 2 records. It's what it is. It's the first 2 records, which is a great starting point. And I got the Thunders and the Heartbreakers LAMF remastered stuff. And then this is the first one on the solo stuff. And a lot of people say this is Johnny Thunders at his fucking best. And so I love how it kind of bridges that gap between like 145 rock and roll with punk rock and weirdo experimental and just fuckery. I love how it has that grounding in old school rock and roll. And you know he's like a huge Chuck Berry guy. You hear it. You feel it. Everything he plays, you feel that Chuck Berry 145 old school rock and roll vibe, but it's got this punk rock attitude and vibe that, over top of that. Hey man, John just showed a New York Dolls demos comp. Oh, gotta jump on that. Yeah. The other thing I picked up, it's been on my short list for a long time. Another band that, I never took the shot. Hey, cheers, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Marvin Berry. A band I was way late to this table on. And when I kind of figured it out, blew me away. I remember, because a lot of times, of course, we always play records over here on, on fucking Friday nights and shit. And a lot of times back in the day on Saturday nights, Jay would come over here and we'd put on Spotify, especially if it's a genre where we're kind of like investigating, you know? We'd put on like a YouTube video on the phone, hook the phone connected to the mixer over here, so the house system. We'd play Spotify or like play a YouTube video, so we started investigating. Whether it's like a stoner doom thing or like a new wave of British heavy metal or like bands, looking for bands we'd never heard of. But I ran into a band I totally heard of, but like never really gave the time of day. I started playing it. I was looking at Jay and I waited for it, and Jay was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, right? And I was like, "Your new favorite band." What I was playing and I've been looking for, and now it's my third or fourth record by theirs. Halloween. I fucking love this band. I love Halloween, but this is the one. For me, this is the one. Keeper of the Seven Keys, Part 1. I've got some of the newer Halloween, which rips. I've got Walls of Jericho, which is fantastic. But for me, this is the one. And I know I could order it on Amazon or whatever, but I found it locally. I've been looking for this for a good long while. And I love everything about this record. It's crazy because back in the day, I wouldn't have given you $2 for that. Like, I don't know. I would have just shit all over that. Those Kai albums are all killer. Favorite is Walls, which is more on the thrash side. Yeah, I've got Walls, and I love that. But this was kind of my. I know that was before. I kind of went a little bit backwards. And actually, the new record, the one that came out like last year before last, 2020, 2021, that was my album of the year. Was it just self-titled? But I wasn't an Iron Maiden or Halloween guy growing up. I was just in the middle to where, like, to me, there's like, that's not heavy metal. Those guys sound like they don't have any fucking nuts. But I've realized how way nearsighted that type of opinion is. And there's a place for guys that are like guttural fucking screaming and shit. You know? There's a time and place for that. But there's a time and place for some shit like that. You know what I mean? And finally, and this is what I like to say, I used what Mr. and Mrs. Snow left for me at Underdog. I used it to grab one of the most sentimental and iconic records for me that I don't have in my collection that literally just got released today, especially to independent record stores. A very special record to me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to say, like, this is what that was for, because that was a very emotional and, you know, cool thing for them to do. So I'm going to buy a record that equals that type of emotion. You know what I mean? I don't want to be corny. I'm not trying to be corny or nothing, but fucking the first Tomahawk record, Mike Patton, who is one of the reasons I ever wanted to ever make music, ever. Who else is on this? Mike Patton, Dwayne Dennison, John Stainer, Kevin Romanis. Indie exclusive brown vinyl, which I think is limited to some shit. I'm wearing jeans. Let's see if the jean trick works. God hates a coward, baby. You know it. The cat is in the bag, and the bag is in the river. I'm trying to limit the amount of like things I have to do like this when I'm this fucked up in the game. Oh wait, I think it popped. Oh, it popped. I just want to see what the wax looks like. The limited, the brown vinyl, I think you can't get this from Epicac's store. It's only through independent shops. Really cool. But I mean, Mike Patton is, I have a lot of Mike Patton, but at the same time, when I think about it, when I think about how much Mike Patton actually really means to, it may not be the stuff that I listen to the most nowadays, because, you know, I go through phases like probably a lot of you guys do, where I mean, like, over the past like year or so, it's been like a, you know, 80s metal phase of bands that I never really listened to, like Halloween, like, you know, punk stuff that I never listened to, like Johnny Thunders and New York Dolls and shit like that. Even the fucking Ramones, I didn't give two flying fucks about the Ramones. So all that's fucking new stuff I'm discovering. Everything from Mike Patton I listened to ad nauseum for a decade straight. But I feel like, man, how much Mike Patton means to me and like what I am as a musician or like just a music enjoyer or whatever. I don't have enough, but I've got several Faith No More records. I've got several Mr. Bungle records. I've got some Mike Patton solo stuff. Now I've got some Tomahawk. I mean, I'm missing Phantomas because they didn't really release it, but it's funny that I feel like I'm kind of failing in that effort, but still having a pretty whole bunch of a lot. Also, at the same time, force majeure. I tell you what, we should probably take us a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with a, Jesus Christ, is there a chip over there? I'm hoping there's a chip. I'm pretty sure we got a soda in there. Gonna come back with a so to speak and chip chat. Fuck, I hope. Football town in America. Whoa! We'll be right back. And some time about it. Set hut? Damn it! I'm switching it back. The shit didn't load like I wanted it to. I'm pissed off. Hold up. I want certain things to work when I want them to work. All right.
Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a Grown Man Record Night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Man Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, avoid prohibited by law. See Twitch Broadcaster for complete details.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Fake bacon?
Mom's sizzling is real meat.
No soy, no fillers?
Sizzling is real meat. A lot more meat to eat in every package because it's 50% leaner than bacon.
Delicious.
Move over, bacon. Now we're something meatier.
Delicious, real meat sizzling.
Sizzling for breakfast in original pork or tasty beef.
I'm Johnny Bench. This is Krylon Spray Paint, the other leading national brand. And here comes my fast pitch, so watch close. Krylon Special Formula goes on smooth, just like a professional finish. And just 12 minutes later, it's dry to the touch. No runs, no drips, no errors. The other brand's still tacky after 1 hour. Let's see it again. Krylon dry after 12 minutes. Other brand still tacky after 1 hour. Did you catch that? Krylon, for a smooth, fast professional finish.
If you order a new Buick Regal by May 30th equipped with chrome-plated wheels, custom air conditioning, tilt wheel, freedom battery, lower body side molding, body side stripe, and bumper guards, you'll get sport mirrors, custom steering wheel, visor vanity mirror, protective side molding, door edge guards, electric clock, and a headlamp on indicator at no extra charge. Regal's 7 for 7 option offer. If you're thinking about a mid-size car and you're not thinking about a Buick Regal, maybe you'd better think again.
If you look as broad as this, and you'd rather look as slim as this, try the AIDS Reducing Plan. Delicious tasting AIDS candy contains vitamins and minerals, no drugs. Taken with a hot drink before meals, AIDS helps you curb your appetite. You eat less because you want less, so you lose weight naturally. Thousands of men and women have lost weight on the AIDS Plan. You can too. Why not try AIDS? They work.
Huh? Right up there. Okay, get over.
No, heck no. Howard!
Howard, don't knock it over.
There's a car behind.
I can't even get out there.
Go.
You might fall down on it. Hey, lock it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Look, look, look. Look. There you go, Buzz. Yeah, I might go up in it with the elevator. But they ain't
I'm going. I'm coming to you. It's up there. How do you get that far?
Huh?
How do you get that far? Camel! A camel! Look, they do picture. Come on, let's get this. Electric circus.
Get up there and sit on that thing. Games in there.
Game.
Yeah, you know, video type game stuff. Get up there, Howard. So damn fat. It's gonna slip off on the other side. Okay, let me take a picture. Hold your hand up like that. Got it? Okay.
I like to be on the flat.
All right, sorry that took a little bit longer. Had to put on a video at the, you know, I got a set of commercials that's 30 seconds long, but if I have to take a piss, that's longer than 30 seconds. So I have to put on a GMRN Classic that gives me long enough time to like run, take a piss when I'm here by myself. So yeah, it's definitely a GMRN Classic, but I need something that's a little bit longer for him. Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to do some shit because Fever said he figured his problem out. Oh, yeah, wait. What the? You're in here, Steve.
What?
You're in here.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I'm hanging with my buds, dude. Just hanging with my buds. We're excited, you know. Spring just sprung. This was actually at WXII.
I don't have the whole thing in there.
Hulk Hogan came into the station.
I've got Hogan. I don't have Bossman. I just have the tip of Bossman's head in there. But
I love the guy that came in. He's a wrestler, but he also preaches on Sunday.
Oh,
with the wrestlers.
George
Who was
South.
that guy?
George South.
You met him.
Yeah, George South.
George South.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Good guy. Told some good stories too.
Cool. What are you planning to do this weekend? What's on your agenda?
I don't understand the question.
Drink beer.
Tomorrow, Eric Weinbender's coming in tomorrow. And are you still on a delay?
Oh, that's right.
You're still.
Hey, I've got to go out to Brendan Smeaton's. You know he lives in Bermuda Run. Did you know that?
Are you listening to me through StreamYard or the stream?
He's been hiding money. What?
You should be listening to me through StreamYard, not the stream. Because there's like a wicked delay.
Fuck. Hold on. Is there really?
Yeah.
Okay. Through StreamYard.
We have a combined 60 years of television experience between the two of us, folks. 60 years.
Okay, what about now?
Check, Charlie.
Is that better?
Yes. Can you hear me now? Immediately answer me when I say something.
Is it better? Yeah.
Boom. 2 + 2 is what?
Boom. 4. How long did that take?
7-8 seconds. Was that because of the fucking delay, or were you fucking thinking about it? That's what I want to know.
No, that was the delay. It's an 8-second delay. We could have fun. That'd be a fun game, though. You could have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. That's why it's kept me from doing.
I actually hear my voice. I hear an 8-second delay of my voice. So you're hearing it when I hear it. I'll try to say things before you ask me them.
And you're through StreamYard is what you're listening to, right?
You're right.
Like, close any instance of the stream.
I have no idea. I have no
Close the
fucking
stream.
idea.
Close Twitch. Make sure Twitch, YouTube is closed, where you only have StreamYard up.
Got a lot of lyrics.
I'm going into
I'm watching you on YouTube. You want to shut that off?
Yeah, cut everything off that's not StreamYard. Literally everything.
Okay, I just turned off YouTube.
I'm going to the So to Speak Open.
Can you hear me now?
So to Speak Open.
I can't hear you now.
So to Speak Open.
I'm gonna change my mic to the stupid webcam mic.
No, your mic is fine.
Soda Spoon.
Check 1 2. Check. Charlie. Check. Test.
No, we could hear you fine.
Echo cancellation.
Set hut.
Automatic adjust volume.
2 plus 2 is what?
I don't know.
That was pretty quick. 2 plus 2 is what?
I'm in the show.
2 plus 2 is what?
Me.
It's concerning. It's concerning me. I don't. This is soda we're doing tonight, folks. The last one I got from the kid at Christmas. It's a ginger ale from Sprecher, one of our favorite sodas here, Sprecher. What a fucking fantastic, like, super thick bottle. Feels like a fucking, even thicker and more substantial than like an IPA even. It's just got a nice feel to it. So I'm really excited to try this out. As this approached my mouth, I tasted like I could sense like cinnamon or something. It's got a lot of that ginger, like make your mouth dance, like bite to it. But it almost feels, which I love. I love the more aggressive ginger ales, the ones that are like gnarly. But this, there's a certain element to it that seems a little bit false. Let's try it again. You gurgling that?
Reginald Denny.
And I think it is real ginger. It is good. It's got a nice, it's got some nice notes to it. It's not my favorite. Oh, it's a little spicy too. That's up there. That's a top 5 ginger ale, 100%. I think I was expecting a little more out of it. And that's probably just a little me hoping. It's no Blenheims. It's no Blenheims. What would be our number 2 here? Especially for a ginger ale with like some spice. It's close. It may be a 2 or 3 kind of ginger ale. It's good. It's funny, the first taste kind of threw me off, like I didn't care for it. All right, you hear me, Steve? Steve's a member of Football Town in America. Why do I feel like I just explained to my dad how to send an email? Let's get in a little chip chat action.
Potato chips, how my mom does do. Potato chips, how my mom does do.
Excesso calorious. Excesso.
There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying.
Those
are thick.
Papas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso.
Sping City. Oh yeah, good call, Vance. Steve actually sent me this earlier in the week. What do you guys think about? Yeah, Pepsi. Pepsi's went with a new logo. Thank you, Vance, for reminding me, because Steve sent me this like days ago. But it's like, dude, don't send me a fucking Pepsi thing. Send me a, so to speak, news article on Tuesday and expect me to fucking remember it. Just get off of that. Get off it. I'm getting pissed off already. I'm getting so pissed off. So Pepsi has a brand new logo. Okay, get off of that. No, I'm not disengaging my ad blocker. God damn it. I'll take this computer and throw it right out in the middle of nowhere. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about nothing. I'll do this. Window capture, where's that at? Get off it. Get off it. So from the new old logo to the new logo. What do you guys think? 125th anniversary. That's actually crazy. I don't mind it. I mean, now that we've kind of gotten away from the original Pepsi logo, and we've gotten away from that for a while, switching logos doesn't feel as anything to me. You know what I mean? Once you deviate that first initial, like, beyond that, it's like fair game to do whatever. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, of course I love. I think this would have been a great opportunity to go back to like the original Pepsi logo. Instead of introducing like a brand new logo, now's the time to introduce, like, go back to the retro logo. When you're celebrating anniversaries, I think you celebrate retro logos. When you are introducing a new product, is a good time to introduce a new logo. New, innovative. Celebrating the past, bring back the fucking past. Why am I giving out free fucking marketing advice? These people should already know this. I hope they release Crystal Gravy. Whew. Crystal Gravy, band name. I'm trademarking it right now. But yeah, why convolute things with, you're celebrating an anniversary and you introduce a new logo? To me, those are two different things. They could do a better job of that. Do a better job. Who's hanging out tomorrow night when I'm the trendsetter? I'm just a reasonable adult making reasonable decisions about reasonable things 8 to 10% out of the time. 8 to 10% of the time, I'm the smartest person in the room. That's often when I'm the only person in the room. But we did the Chip Chat graphic logo intro, and I thought I had another rap chip over there, and there may be, and it could have fallen behind some shenanigans. I don't want to look for it. I'm not in the mood to look for shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been a long week. It's been a long night. It's been a struggle tonight to create this content, to ride this horse, to ride it all the way through the finish line. So I'm gonna pull this out. I don't know that we've done this. I don't think we may have done this chip before, but not this flavor. I'm just guessing. I bought these just for funsies for the weekend because I've been doing the Mediterranean diet. So folks that have not really keyed into what I've been doing, I was a big keto, low carb guy for a long time, right? And I've since kind of turned that loose to some extent, keeping some of the principles here and there, but really embracing the Mediterranean style of diet. So fruits and vegetables, fish, whole grains, stuff like that. No dairy. No like red meat, shit like that, except when I'm fucking around on the weekends. And that was the one attractive thing, was like the Mediterranean diet was like, yeah, you want to fuck around a couple of days? Like, fuck around, whatever. Still better than not doing anything, right? I love that. Because keto is like you fuck up one day and you're like, oh, you fucked your whole life up, bro. You shouldn't even be fucking doing this diet if you can't even do it like forever. What about beef burgers? Whew. Oh my God, don't make me jizz in my britches. These are popcorners. I kind of started buying these when I was like, I'm cheating, but I'm not really cheating, because these are, what is this? Popcorn. Crunchy and wholesome popped corn, but they turn them into kind of a little puffy Dorito style shenanigans. Let's see if they got something on the back. Looking for what? Jesus Christ, I'm not going to be able to read this. Looking for white cheddar? Racist. We get only the finest dairy farmers. Where cheese making is both art and culture. Using the highest quality cheddar, we bring out the best and classic flavor. I want to write shit like that for a living. Ooh, they smell good. So they're very much, if you want to think Doritos, they kind of play out like Doritos in your hand, right? They're a little thicker, a little poofier. The white cheddar flavor, fantastic. They do have like a popcorn thing going on though. Very good. Spicy queso, never seen those. It does have the that generic white cheddar flavor that's on a lot of like Skinny Pop and shit like that. It's like that flavor. If you've ever bought Skinny Pop white cheddar popcorn, that's what it is. Wise white cheddar popcorn tastes the same, but it's in a form factor that you're probably even more familiar with. So you could substitute it in for a Dorito when you're trying to be a little bit better. I mean, if you're a pro athlete or you're really hunkered down trying to lose weight, is this the play? No. Get you a handful of nuts. You know what I mean? But is this better than like dogging a bag of Doritos? 100%. Want to sell just a used popcorn hulls? I'd buy them and eat them. These are really good. Definitely worth checking out. Enough to where I bought them for the weekend. All right, folks. Who's going to be joining us tomorrow night? Eric Weinbender's coming into town. We're going to go over and do a little thing with Mr. Bizarro tomorrow night. A little Hydra Sessions action. So we'll be hanging out tomorrow night. I hope you guys will join us. I guess I'll do a whole sack of just unpopped kernels. I'll crunch those all night long. Okay. I'll swap back to Twitch for just a few minutes. I'm not going to be jamming for a long time, but please, if you guys, I'm gonna throw on that tomahawk like right now, at least, especially while I'm gonna make some food. We'll hang out for a little bit, but appreciate you guys, man. It's been a lot of fun. I've been here by myself, but I don't feel like I'm by myself because of you motherfuckers. And hey, that's the running theme, like day in, day out on the Record Night streams over on Twitch. I'm here by myself, but I don't feel like it because of you motherfuckers. And sincerely cannot tell you guys how much that means to me. Man. Holy shit. 4-hour show. 4-hour show. We'll catch you guys over on Twitch, or if not, we'll catch you in the funny papers.